It was after that emphatic victory that India registered in Newlands that they got to the top spot as far as the ongoing WTC cycle or the points table is concerned. India done enough in terms of getting right there at the top of the points table, but that points table has now seen a change. Now there was not just one match about I say the New Year's match that was taking place. There were in fact a Pakistan Australia match also taking place, and as a result of the Sydney match that has taken place, there has been, and the result of the Sydney match, there's been a change in the points table. And guess who's now reached the top of the points table and has taken India down to the number 2 spot? No points for guessing. It is the side that beat India in the 2023 World Test Championship final. For a side that has been witnessing everything going perfect their way, world champions as well, beat India in India. They have now reached the top spot as far as the World Test Championship points table is concerned. So Australia in the new cycle as well, consolidating their place in the very top bracket over there as far as the points table goes. Very quickly, we'll tell you where India stands, how many points it has, and what sort of lies ahead for the other teams as well. Do India now have a chance to get back to the top spot? We'll try answering that question as well. So be with us as we tell you what the points table at the moment looks like. You've got Australia right there at the top with the most percentage points. 56.25 is their points percentage. 5 wins, 2 losses. Remember, it takes into account those 2 wins that they had against England in the Ashes, and then of course those 3 wins then coming in against Pakistan. So 5 wins over there. The 2 matches that they lost against England, and then that 1 drawn match as well. So with 54 points, Australia at the top. But remember, 10 points have been deducted as well because of slow run rate, slow over rate, beg your pardon. In fact, not the only team to have lost points. There are, as you see on the screen at the moment, there are other teams as well that have been penalized for slow over rates. Let's talk about India now, the team that is now in second place as far as the standings go. 54.16% points for India. When you talk in terms of just score points, the number of points, 26 as far as that goes. But you see, you actually look at the number of points or the points percentage, and then that's how you decide the standings over there. 2 wins for India, 1 loss, and that 1 loss of course coming in the first test match in Centurion that we saw. 1 drawn test as well, and that was against the West Indies, and 2 penalty points for India as well for slow over rate. South Africa into number 3 now. They were number 2 a short while back. They've also slipped to number 3 with 12 points. 50 points over there. You see 3 teams locked in at 50 points. But for South Africa, I'm afraid if they can hold on to this spot for too long, because they are at 12 points at the moment. But I see this changing. I'll tell you why. Because they go to the they go to New Zealand next month, and we know that they are under criticism, and they face a lot of criticism. They've been under fire for naming a second string. In fact, you can go ahead and call it a third string as well, because there's not too many players in that squad, because the others will be playing in the SA20. So South Africa are bound, I would say, to lose that particular spot as well, because they've got 2 test matches against New Zealand, and I see New Zealand then climbing up because New Zealand are playing their full strength squad, as we all already know. So 3 teams, New Zealand, South Africa and Bangladesh, logged in at 50% points. Then you've got Pakistan ahead at 36.66. They've taken a big hit, by the way, after having been washed aside or swept away by Australia in the test series 3-0, nothing that Pakistan could do over there. So they are locked in at number 6 with 22 points at the moment, but the percentage of points very low, 36.66 for the West Indies. Well, I don't see them moving as well a lot from here, because at 16.67 they've got a tough task ahead of them. I don't see them also moving a lot from this particular position at 16.67, because they've got a tough assignment ahead in terms of the 2 test matches that they next will be playing. But England now, who find themselves at number 8 right now. By the way, in case you must be wondering, West Indies then play Australia. So Australia, a golden opportunity for them to in fact consolidate their place right at the top, because they'll be hosting the West Indies. England, by the way, have a chance now. Those 5 test matches coming up against India become very crucial for both the team plays at number 2 and at number 8 right now. 5 test matches, big opportunity. It's the era of baseball. Brendan McCullum's already said that he's going to be playing a certain way, the way that they've been playing for the last couple of years now. It'll be interesting if India can withstand that baseball onslaught. That we'll have to wait and watch, if India and England, how they perform, because that's going to determine whether either of them are able to move from their particular positions at the moment. India will be looking at that series very closely, and it is of vital, it is of paramount importance for Rohit Sharma and co, because again, you want to be winning all series at home. Remember, you have to travel next year to Australia towards the end of the year. So whatever matches you're playing at home, you have to be, or you want to be, winning those matches. So a key series between India and England coming up. Remember, 5 test matches starting from the 25th of January, and Sri Lanka right at the bottom at the moment. They've not played a single match in the present World Test Championship cycle, so no points for them right now. But of course, still early days in the new World Test Championship cycle, but Australia doing enough to ensure that the defending champions stay right up top and they continue to remain in contention for another final, which will happen in a year's time from now. We'll wait and see how it pans out, and that England versus India series assumes a greater importance now, or a lot more importance, because India will be looking at recapturing that #1 spot, but they'll have to do the hard yards if they are to leapfrog Australia and take their place at the top of the table.